And what's going on, folks? Josh here from Dark Room Supply Company. Today is Saturday evening. I want to say it's the 20th, December 22nd, so it's almost Christmas time. Everyone's in the holiday spirit naturally. And I just got back in from a workout, well, maybe like an hour and a half ago. So I'm sitting there sort of in that afterglow that you get from a good workout. I ran on the treadmill, which I haven't run on the treadmill in forever. The treadmill is not really like my thing. It used to be, but then I started running outside, and I was into that. But it's cold outside, and it's getting dark early, so I decided to go to the gym, Planet Fitness, and I have been working out, but it hasn't been as consistent as it's been, the past few months. There's no real excuse for me not working out as consistently. Again, every other day I'll do like some weights, some rows, or to get like a sort of like a weightlifting workout in. But I consider myself working out when I'm covering all ground. When I'm stretching, when I'm doing my strengthening exercises, when I'm running, kickboxing, the whole nine. So sort of let all that fall to the back burner for a while I maintain with some weights. But now I need to get back into the groove, which is why I ran today at Planet Fitness. Um, and the reason why I ran too, quick sidebar before I get into what I want to get into. But the reason why I told a buddy of mine this the other day, um, all exercise is good. I would say most exercise is good. Some exercises could be ridiculous. I mean, it could be relative, but like certain groups or certain types of exercise, um, it's not for everybody. Put it like that. Not everything is for everyone. But I realized, over my years of trying different types of exercising, using my body in different ways to exert, um, to express my body through exercise. I realized that nothing really gives me that long-term sort of afterglow, that like, mental clarity, that calm, cool, and collected state, that stress-free state. Nothing really hits me like running. And I wonder if it's because, well, for one, I like it. Just because running hits me like that doesn't mean it hits everyone like that. Again, different strokes for different folks. But I think one of the reasons why I like to run and why it gives me that high is because it's like a long moving meditation, if you will. For one, when I'm running outside, I get fresh air, right? Which is, I think, essential to like stress relief and just your mental state. So I get fresh air, which is good. Um, I get to sightsee because I'm actually seeing different things when I'm running outside, different neighborhoods, different areas, different people. I'm thinking as I'm running, um, and it's a constant state of exertion, but it's not too much to where I'm sort of like out of the meditation. It's not to the point where I'm like, oh man, like I can't, I want to take a break or I can't quit. Don't get me wrong. There are sometimes every now and again when I run where I'm like, yo, I sort of want to stop. I won't stop. Like, I'll tell myself like I sort of want to stop, but um, it's just enough to where you push yourself, but not hard enough to where you want to stop, right? Like, for example, if I did a CrossFit workout or a HIIT workout, which, I like those too, don't get me wrong, but it's a different kind of mental, I think you pull from a different part of your mind to get through a CrossFit workout or a HIIT workout or an intense strength and conditioning workout. Um, there's a different part of your mind that you use than you use when you're running, because it's not as intense, but it is intense. But it's a slow, meditative type of intensity, and you have to keep your mind engaged the whole time, right? Also, after a run, because I'm not doing HIIT training or I'm not doing, again, like a CrossFit workout or strenuous strength and conditioning, my body's not beat. Don't get me wrong. After a run, I feel like I ran, but it's like it's peaceful, if that makes sense. It's like I exerted my body. My body does need to rest and recover, but it's not to the point where like I did it, 1,000 squats and 1,000 push-ups, and like my body is beaten. You know what I mean? Like I don't get. And again, there's a time and a place for everything, but I think those are like a few of the reasons why I love to run and why I get that runner's high and why it lasts like a lot longer as far as that mental clarity and that stress-free feeling. It lasts me a lot longer. It hits me a lot harder and lasts me a lot longer than any other type of exercise that I do up until this point. I'm about to join a Muay Thai kickboxing slash jiu-jitsu slash yoga studio probably next week. It's about that time. I've spent some time contemplating, which one would be the best, which school, like different schools, which one fits my schedule, which one, um, what type of modality of of exercise I want to do, and what kind of martial art do I want to learn. And I've spent so much time analyzing that I haven't taken action on any of them, which is ridiculous, but which is also part of like the human condition, which brings me to like my point of, I guess my point of what I'm over here vibing out to, like the thought that I'm sort of like turning over in my head is this concept of procrastination and how, you know, how insidious procrastination is, and how you can sort of put something off and psych yourself out of ever taking action on something because you're waiting for like the right steps, the right day, the right feeling, the right emotion to like sort of motivate you or jumpstart you to get. So I'll speak about myself. I won't even say you, but procrastinate. It's so easy to fool yourself, if that makes sense. It's easy to to get over on someone else or lie to someone else, or even if you're not lying, but just like sort of tell someone else like a half truth. But like I think I'm saying it right. I'm sorry. I'm sitting there looking up in the air, thinking as I'm talking, just sort of reflecting on my thoughts. But we believe ourselves. We believe our own BS, if that makes sense. Like when it comes to like, oh, the reason why I haven't done this is because of that. Or the reason why that hasn't happened yet is because I'm waiting for this to happen. And I feel like it's just a matter of like comfort zones, like our comfort zones that we get into, because our brains naturally like familiarity. Our brains naturally it likes to learn, but it likes to know what to expect, which is why comfort zones can be so dangerous, um, because we like to stay in those zones. Um, and every time I start to work out again, again, like I'm talking about, getting back into the groove of working out, every time I start to work out and be active, I always ask myself, like, why would you ever stop this? Why would you ever discontinue to do the thing that makes you feel like the greatest and makes you feel capable or strong, or knowing that you can change and affect things and demand things in your life. And I'm sure there are plenty of reasons for different people, but like I know one of my main reasons, and in hindsight, this is not something I'm saying consciously. I think this is an unconscious thing, as most things are with human behavior. But it's like I don't know, it's a comfort zone thing. You know, it's like even though I know I want to do mixed martial arts and I want to work out more, it's like I need the perfect. My thought process has been, I know, but I don't need to choose a school, but I don't want to choose a school and commit to like 3, 6, or 12 months, and come to find out I don't like it, right? Or I can't stick to the schedule, which is is BS. You know, the truth is, if I just get started, I'm going to be a lot better off doing 3, 6, or 12 months of something that I quote unquote, you know, won't like, as opposed to just thinking about something and not doing anything. You know, um, So I'm sitting here now, just sort of getting back on the wagon, if you will, of being active the right way, um, getting out of my comfort zone, or sort of expanding the comfort zone and continuing to expand the my comfort zone. And procrastination is something that I really am focused on kicking in the ass, if you will, for the rest of this year, and definitely getting a good jump start in 2019. I'm not a resolution type person, but like, whatever. It is the holiday speed season. I'll join the crowd and make a couple of resolutions, and one of them will be to make procrastination and this comfort zone thing a thing of the past. It's something that I learned from. Instead of it being a crutch, instead of it being something that's a part of my DNA, I want it to be something that's a part of my story. That's part of the reason why I eventually started to succeed. I'm speaking future tense. The reason why I started to succeed and excel at such a high level is because I learned from the years of procrastination and comfort zones and not being aggressive enough and sort of being passive in my thoughts and in my actions, and then my personal brainwashing, which I'll do. I'll talk about that brainwashing probably tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, so this is all I wanted to say. Just felt like sharing my thoughts while I groove out to this after workout vibe that I'm vibing out to right now. You guys stay tuned. DSC has a lot of Darkroom Supply Company. It's going through a whole new revamp um, for life, but going to the new year, I'm going into this new year really, really focused and really expecting DSC, along with myself, to expand and grow and really touch and connect with a lot of people. So I want you guys to stay tuned. I want you guys, if you hit us up with any questions that you have regarding personal development, or just any thoughts that you have about fitness, health, state of mind, well-being, creativity, anything like that. Um, yeah. Well, all right, you guys be good. Hope you have a great, 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 great rest of this weekend. A great holiday, great New Year's. And I'll talk to you guys in the next podcast. Peace.